Hello students, in the last class we studied about the image formation by concave mirrors. Today we are going to discuss the image formation by convex mirrors. Let us see which rays we have to consider for getting that image. Here you can see the first rule in case of a convex mirror. A ray parallel to the principal axis of a convex mirror after reflection appear to diverge from its principal focus. Here you can see this is the ray that is parallel to the principal axis and that is reflecting from the reflected surface. You can see if you are extending this, that is coming from a point on the principal axis, that is the principal focus. So, a ray which is parallel to the principal axis of a convex mirror after reflection appear to come from the principal focus. Here you can see another ray that is directing towards the principal focus of a convex mirror. This is the reflecting surface. This ray cannot go through that point, that will reflect like this. Here you can see a ray which is directed towards the principal focus of a convex mirror after reflection will emerge parallel to the principal axis. You can see here this is the incident ray, dotted lines you can see that is directing towards the principal focus. After reflection what will happen to the ray? The ray will emerge parallel to the principal axis. Here you can see green dotted lines. That gives us the normal incident ray. Here angle of incidence will be there. Here angle of reflection, the angle between normal and the reflected ray. Here you can see a ray, incident ray, that is directing towards the center of curvature of this convex mirror. What will happen to this ray after reflection? Here you can see that will retrace the same path, that will reflect back along the same path. You can see here a ray which is directed towards the center of curvature of a convex mirror after reflection is reflected along the same path. The last ray which we can consider is the ray which is obliquely incident at the pole of the convex mirror. Here you can see that is reflected obliquely from the pole. A ray incident obliquely to the principal axis at the pole of a convex mirror is reflected obliquely. Here you can consider this principal axis as the normal here. This is the incident ray. You can see angle I here, angle of incidence here, angle of reflection you can see. So, angle I is equal to angle R, you know. From this you can understand here the angle makes by incident ray with the principal axis, that is equal to the angle between reflected ray and the principal axis. Okay students, now you can see here image formation by convex mirrors. In case of concave mirrors you already studied 6 diagrams. Now in case of convex mirrors you have to learn 2 diagrams only. The first one, you have to consider the object is at infinity. Here you can see a ray which is parallel to the principal axis after reflection reflecting like this. You know if a ray that is incident on the convex mirror and that is parallel to the principal axis means the reflected ray you can see that is coming from the principal focus. You can see on another ray also that is also parallel to the principal axis. After reflection you can see that is also coming from the principal focus. Here we can use the word diverge. Here these two reflected rays are diverging from the principal focus. From this we can say we are getting the image at the principal focus. Here you can see a point. Principal focus means that is a point on the principal axis. So what about the size of the image? That size we can say as point sized and highly diminished. Then what about the nature of the image? You know this focus is virtual focus. So here you are getting virtual and erect image. Once more children, if you are considering the object is at infinity, you will get the image at the principal focus in case of a convex mirror. Nature of the image is virtual and erect. What about the size? Point sized and highly diminished. In this diagram you can see that object is placed at a distance from this convex mirror. So here no other positions there, so we can't say in terms of any position. So here you can consider the object is between pole and infinity. Here you are placing the object between pole and infinity of a convex mirror. Here you can say this as that object is at a finite distance from the convex mirror. For all these cases you can draw the same diagram. So here you can see this is the object, AB is the object, a ray which is parallel to the principal axis after reflection appear to come from principal focus. Another ray, the ray which is directing towards the center of curvature of this convex mirror, you know that will retrace the same path. So at this side they will never get intersect. Here you can see these two are intersecting at this point, at a point between P and F, pole and focus of the mirror. Here you can see the image of this object AB. You can see if you are comparing the size of this image and object, you can see here it is diminished. What about the nature? Virtual and erect. So if you are placing or considering the object is at a distance from the pole of the mirror or between pole and infinity of a convex mirror, you can get a diminished virtual and erect image between pole and focus of the convex mirror. Now we can study about the uses of convex mirrors. Here you can see our diagram. If the object is at a distance from the pole of this convex mirror, you know where will you get that image. Here you can see, here you are getting a virtual and erect diminished image between P and F. This we are applying in our daily life. You know vehicles, in that side view mirrors there, we can call them as rear view mirrors. These convex mirrors are used as rear view mirrors. Why they are using like this means, this is the reason. You can see here it is the object. Here the object is between pole and infinity of the convex mirror. Anywhere you can see here we are getting a diminished virtual and erect image between pole and focus of this convex mirror. So if any vehicles are coming from back side, the driver can see which vehicles are coming, but that in diminished size only. Children, this you have to know, in case of convex mirrors, always we are getting diminished images. Okay, diminished virtual and erect images. Then in case of these vehicles, these drivers can get a wider field of view if they are using these convex mirrors there comparing to the plane mirrors. So these mirrors are using in that blind curves or turnings in the roads. Next they are using as reflectors in street lights. Why they are using means, light from the street light diverges over a larger area. Okay students, now you have an idea about the image formation by convex and concave mirrors. In the next video, we will learn about some rules. We can call them as sign convention rules.